Hello, I'm Roger Wilson, and I'm the host of All Around Town. In 2016, we learned a lot about the activities happening throughout our 12 municipalities. The reason why we developed the show was so the viewing audience could learn more about each town's charm and cultural and the leaders in the local government. Also, learn about the economic activities and events happening in their local communities. There were some elections this year in Brunswick, Myersville, and Emmitsburg, just to name a few. I would like to congratulate the new elected officials and wish them well serving in their community. I enjoyed interviewing our municipal leaders this year, and one interview that I would like to share is my interview with the mayor of Thurmont, John Kennard, aka Santa Claus. Frederick County is a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Please continue to tune in and learn about what's going on All Around Town. Thanks and happy holidays. Hello, and welcome to another episode of All Around Town. My name is Roger Wilson, and I'm the Director of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Today's guest is the mayor from Thurmont, John Kennard. Good to see you again.
Roger, it's a pleasure being here with you today.
Yes, this is your second time on the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great.
I feel special.
Great. So right off the bat, so we don't confuse the viewing audience, is that you're not from Duck Dynasty, are you?
No, I'm not from Duck Dynasty, thank you.
Good.
I've never watched the show, so I have nothing to do with it. I just,
Good.
I just have a beard, and beards come and go in popularity, and I've lived through several cycles of that.
Yes, I absolutely love it. You look great.
Thank you.
So tell us some things that are going on in Thurmont and about you.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on in Thurmont. Right, we're just about to start a project. We hope to start the Moser Road Bridge project. Which is something we've been planning on now for 3 or 4 years. We've got the money together, our contractors all lined up, so we'll see some major impact on that project down there. We're putting a pedestrian bridge across Hunting Creek, and we're replacing the deck on the existing traffic bridge down there. Okay. We've also got a completion coming up soon of a $2.5 million I&I project. We did the lion's share of it last year. Company's coming back in a couple months to do the rest of it. We have an upcoming project where we're replacing a sewage pump station that's been in since 1980, so it's outlived its usefulness, and we're going to replace that. We have a couple other projects, some street paving and some other projects going on in town. Well,
you finished up the sidewalking project recently. Tell us a little bit about that.
That was a great project. That was mainly done by the State Highway Administration. Thurmont has 2 state roads through it, 550 and 77. 77 is East and West Main Street. Right. 550 is North Church Street from the square out to Catoctin High School. So the State Highway Administration improved all the sidewalks and put ADA compliant ramps and intersections in. Okay. And while they were doing that, we decided to go ahead and do Water Street, which is our town road. Okay. So we did Water Street, hired the same contractor, so all the sidewalks match up. So we did a great job on that. And at the same time, we replaced our street lights in our downtown area, our Main Street area. We replaced the real tall ones with nice colonial-looking LED units. They're very, very nice. Okay, so it made a big difference to our downtown.
Very good, and it looked great during the Christmas holidays.
So we got new Christmas decorations, the wreaths and wrappings around the poles. We're looking to expand on that. It's also given us the opportunity to put some banners up. All the poles have banner poles on them, so we're putting some new banners up in the next couple of months. So it's nice. We can switch those out and keep people appraised of what's what Thurmont is all about. Thurmont is, after all, Gateway to the Mountains, and that's what our next banners are going to have, Gateway to the Mountains on them.
Now, remind me of the number of folks that live there. What's the population?
6,500.
6,500.
6,500 residents.
Growing, yes.
Yep. Growing very slowly. I think we've grown 25 or 30 in the last year and a half or so. We haven't had a lot of development in Thurmont. We haven't actually had a new home built. Last year was the first one we had. Prior to that, it was probably about 6 years since we had a new residence built. We're just to the point now where 6 townhouse units are about to come online. I think they've already sold 2 or 3 of those. And eventually they're going to put 24 of them in a little subdivision that we're putting in right in the middle of town. So we have some housing coming to Thurmont, so we'll be increasing our population a little bit again.
Now the economic activity, I think, has been
we've
numerous,
had a lot of
right?
we've had a lot of changes in the economic in town. Matter of fact, you may have read in the newspaper, a young couple from Walkersville has just purchased what was the Thurmont Bank on the square.
Okay.
Fantastic building. It's a keystone building in the town of Thurmont. If somebody sees the Thurmont Bank, they automatically think of the town of Thurmont. They're looking to put in a small brewery in the first floor, and then grow that into a fork-to-plate, farm-to-fork eatery. And on the second floor, the young lady has a photo business, and she makes custom camera bags. So she's intending on moving a lot of her business in that line up to the second floor.
I love that. I love that.
It's great. It's a great downtown project. It's a kind of project that'll bring people in from outside of town. And once you get that kind of traffic coming in, I hope a couple of other vacant storefronts will fill up also. Because once you bring some vibrant life downtown like that, it makes a big difference. Then we have another new business that's just moving to Thurmont that was originally located in the Lewistown. They're putting up a colossal building on Apples Church Road. It's Playground Specialists. A good friend of mine, Jeff Barber, owns that company. He's moving into Thurmont. He bought a large commercial property there that he rents out, and he's building a new building for his business. So it's nice to see that kind of commercial growth come into our town.
And you have Fitzgerald,
yes,
car dealership.
No, Criswell.
Criswell.
Yeah. Mr. Criswell bought a Chevrolet dealership in town.
Okay.
They've removed the existing showroom area, and they're rebuilding a new service bay there.
Okay.
When the service bay is done, they're going to then tear down the old service bay and put a new showroom in that area. But he bought the entire Cozy property, which was on both sides of the street, and I believe it was 5.5, 6 acres of property. So it's nice to see that kind. That's a massive investment for our town that Mr. Criswell is putting in our community, and really appreciate it. That'll bring a lot of people to Thurmont.
Okay, so you have other assets up there. You have the library.
Yeah. We have, matter of fact, our library was just named the best library in the state of Maryland, I believe.
Okay.
The regional library in Thurmont's an amazing place. There's always programs going on there for children and adults. Always something good going on at the library. We have a great staff down there. Really nice location. We're very proud of the library that we have in Thurmont. We had originally a library that was run by a local organization, library board, and then at some point Frederick County Libraries took over that operation. Then it was moved to a location on Water Street, which is now our Main Street Center. We have a nice Main Street Center on Water Street where our Main Street organization has displays. Local artists display there, businesses display products there, brochures and paraphernalia for visitors to come to town.
Yeah, that's a nice reminder. You do have a Main Street designation.
Yes, we do. We're a Main Street designated community, which we're very proud of. We've got a lot done since we got that designation. The designation opens the doors for a lot of other grants and assistance from the state and federal level. It really has paid off for us. We've gotten a lot of grants for improvements downtown. We got trash cans. Our street lights are part of that. Benches, flowers, bins. We did a Lions Club did a remodel of our trolley trail, which starts in the center of town and goes down to Moser Road where the library is. That's a nice walking and biking trail that they helped us develop, and we're in the process of getting that blacktop this year. So we made a lot of improvements downtown.
Now, this is your second term?
This is my first term as mayor. I served a term as commissioner, and then I ran for mayor.
Wow, you've seen a lot of changes.
Yeah, I have. I've been involved in the Thurmont. I first got involved in the Downtown Business Association in probably 1970, 1971. I worked with that. We helped develop the Main Street program. We had an economic development committee that we did a lot of programs and ran events around town. Then I sort of graduated from that and got into planning and zoning, and then I moved into being a commissioner, and then I decided 3 years ago to run for mayor.
Very good. That's very inspiring there. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It gives you a lot of satisfaction to serve the community.
That you're making an impact. Yes, yes. I'm often up to your municipal meetings, and they're very, I would say, informative.
Yeah.
Yes.
We try to be as informative as we can. We try to be as open and transparent in all the things that we do as we possibly can. I went to town meetings when I bought my first house in 1972. I thought, well, if you're going to be a property owner, you should go to the meetings. So I started going to meetings, and I went to every meeting for like 8 years, and The mayor at that time was a very good friend of mine, Terry Best, and him and I got into an argument in the public meeting one night, and he pointed to the chief of police at that time, Herman Shook, and says, remove Mr. Kinnaird from the building. So I missed about 6 months of meetings, but then I started going back again.
Wow.
So I haven't found myself in a position yet where I can say to anybody, please remove that man from the meeting.
Sure.
But I know how that feels. But no, I have a great love for the town of Thurmont. I like to be involved in what's going on, and I hope I make a difference.
So where do you see Thurmont in 10 years?
I think in 10 years we're going to see some more growth, I think. We've got some projects right now. They're looking to do some infill projects, some residential projects in town. And actually, we just instituted our comprehensive rezoning that just finished up last week with the Planning and Zoning Commission recommendations to the Board of Commissioners on 5 properties that were asked to be rezoned, a couple commercial properties and a couple residential properties. So we're working through that right now. But I'm sure that as the economy improves, that we'll be seeing more housing in town, hopefully some more businesses downtown. I'd really like to see some more nice businesses occupy some spaces downtown. We have 4 storefronts right now that are vacant downtown,
Your town meetings, when are they held?
We have a town meeting every Tuesday night, starts at 7 o'clock. Every Tuesday night. I think we're the only municipality that has a weekly meeting. I don't know if City of Frederick does or not. I think they might.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. But, you know, people say to me, well, we have a meeting once a month. I said, well, that would be nice, but we have a meeting every week.
Sure, a lot.
And we find there's a lot to do. July is typically, we only have 1 meeting in July. Because that's the summertime and people are on vacation. But the rest of the year we have a meeting every week, and believe me, there's always something to discuss. There's not a meeting goes by that we say, well, there's nothing to talk about tonight. Because we have a lot going on in Thurmont.
We're good. Well, how would someone reach you?
You can give me a call on my cell phone. It's 301-606-9458. Answer it from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, and after that if it rings, but don't call me that late unless it's a real emergency.
Good.
You can email me at jkinnaird@thurmont.com. You can send letters to us at Town of Thurmont, Post Office Box 17, Thurmont, Maryland. And I would ask that people be sure to use the post office box, because we've had an issue. People address it to our street address, and the mail will get returned to them because we don't get delivery right to the town office. We get delivery to our mailbox. So Post Office Box 17, Thurmont is what gets letters to us.
Yeah, and one other asset now that I think about it, the senior center.
We have a fantastic senior center in Thurmont.
Right.
Yeah, with Town of Thurmont leases the property to them. I think it's $1 a year. It was remodeled about 6 years ago. Frederick County helped us with remodeling of it. It's not one of the county senior centers. It's an independent senior center. But they have a great program down there. They have lunches every day. They have card games. They have bingo. They have dances about once a month or so. They have potluck meals. So they're very active. Every time you get down there, there's usually 20 or 30 seniors in there at a minimum. And I've been in the senior centers in other parts of the county where they don't have that kind of turnout.
Got it.
But it's a great location for our seniors. I just wish more people would not take advantage of it, but utilize it. We have a lot of seniors that just, they don't go for whatever reason, but it's there. It's available for them. It gives them company, gives them a place to go, and there's computers there to work on. There's video games they can play, movies they can watch, companionship if anybody's there. Every time you go in, there's 3 or 4 of them with the gigantic jigsaw puzzles doing it on tables, so they have a good time down there.
Well, thank you for being on the show again.
Well, thank you, Roger.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you, at your municipal meetings.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you play Santa Claus in
I do.
In the wintertime?
Yeah.
At Christmas time?
It's beach playing. Although I do play Santa Claus in July, too.
July, too?
Yeah,
okay.
I play Santa Claus in July also.
Okay, so we can use the same number that you gave out? Okay, to call Santa Claus.
It's a direct line.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
You bet. So that wraps up this episode of All Around Town. I look forward to seeing you all around town.